Hello and welcome back to a new video on Flying with Dan. This video is a bit of a strange one. Visibility was very bad and the cloud was at 1,500 foot. However, it was still safe to fly in, and in today's lessons where I see myself speaking to the ATC for the first time and taking off on 09 and also landing on 09, and that's the runway I haven't done before. We're doing lesson 10A, which is slow flight, so enjoy.
Golf Tango Romeo Oscar Whiskey at Foxtrot 1 with departure.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, Roger. Taxi 5 runway 18, hold short of runway 09, caution heavy circuit is active.
Taxi 18 and hold short of 09, Golf Tango Romeo Oscar Whiskey.
Perfect, lovely Dan, lovely, and just remember we can use that abbreviated call sign as well, just to make it a little bit simpler.
Golf Oscar Whiskey.
That's the one, so when you're ready to taxi,
Kilo Alpha Tango, traffic information for you shortly departing northbound from midpoint is
that's for the
22,
helicopters
and there's also traffic taxiing southbound on runway 18.
Visual with traffic Golf Kilo Alpha Tango.
Thanks so much. You landing heading northwest.
Yes sir, Alpha Tango.
Roger, thanks. And helicopter Golf Oscar Echo Alpha Tango Tower in cross runway 09 now and clear for takeoff stand departure to the northwest. The surface wind is southeasterly at 2 knots. Caution and the red R32 just landing on heading northwest.
Visual traffic cleared across 09 and standard helicopter departure to the northwest of Golf Oscar Echo Alpha Tango.
It'll be that one there, I think.
Golf Oscar Whiskey 5 runway 18, enter line up runway 09, backtrack if required.
Enter line up 09 Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Line up and wait. Line up and wait Golf Tango Romeo Oscar Whiskey.
Lovely.
Use a free.
That's alright, that's cool.
Not forgetting.
So what we can do is we can look
Golf
to the
Kilo Alpha Tango.
right, make sure nobody's coming, which there is. We've got a couple of helicopters there.
Behind you there now.
Looking to the left, make sure nobody's coming on the opposite direction, that's good, and we can continue to roll onto the runway, that's fine. And he has asked us if we want to go for a backtrack. My personal opinion would be, Dan, for this for the purposes of this flight, no. But
Golf Alpha November,
there is nothing useless than runway behind you.
And now is a R22.
That's what we can do, we'll just literally just turn to the left when we get onto the runway here.
Golf Kilo downwind, touch and go. Golf Kilo, report final. Report final, Golf Kilo. Golf Oscar Whiskey, the heli circuit is active. Left turn north, runway 09, clear for takeoff, surface wind 1503.
Clear for takeoff 09, left turn. Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Lovely, so stick in the central position for
Tango, traffic in the heli circuit just turning onto a short base leg on the left hand side is an R22. Visual traffic, Golf Oscar Echo Alpha Tango.
And just ease that stick back now.
Golf X-ray Whiskey is at Charlie 1 ready for departure.
Well done.
Golf X-ray Whiskey, Roger. The heli circuit and fixed wing circuits are active. Left hand circuits runway 09er. Cleared for takeoff. Surface wind 1403.
Clear takeoff. Golf X-ray Whiskey.
Fantastic. Okay, Dan. Nice work. So,
Helicopter Golf Oscar Echo Alpha Tango is a basic service and report landing inside the neighbouring.
yeah, so what we'll do is we'll, looking at the frequency, we're on 128.555, they'll probably keep us on this frequency because that is the approach frequency, so they'll probably give us a basic service.
I can't really hear the ATCs, so turn it up.
Sorry?
I turn it up because I can't really hear.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you, but not ATCs.
Okay, yeah, turn it up, go for it. The other thing is what you can
Golf
also
Oscar
do...
Whiskey, a basic service report rejoining.
Basic service, Golf Oscar Whiskey, report join.
Okay, lovely, nice work Dan. So what I want you to do now, if you're climbing, turn to the left for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing you can do is turn your volume up on your headset itself.
Right, okay.
So you do have that option as well. So if I just turn that down slightly because that's blurred my ears off and I've got the lowest possible setting on my headset, that's all right. And straighten it out for me. We can always adjust that when we get up to height, not a problem at all. So what I'd like you to do is climb up to 1,500 foot if you can. Yep, that would be great.
Yeah, I feel more confident with ATC now. It was one thing that was like really, I don't know.
Yeah, it is the biggest hurdle. Apart from obviously getting used to the aeroplane and flying the aircraft, it's that added complication. But yeah, no, nice work. So
Golf Echo Kilo final,
yeah, so
Golf Echo Kilo, Roger. The Cherokee airborne is now in the circuit.
yeah, we'll level off at 1,500 foot down, that's brilliant. That's 70 knots for me.
1,500, sure.
Yeah, that's good, yeah, cool, let's go for it.
What's cruise speed in here?
70, so 70 knots is about
RPM,
4,400 RPM. Okay, and then when you're happy, let me know, and then we'll move on.
Very misty.
Yeah, absolutely, it's just where we're at the bottom, we're literally just at the base of the cloud base at 1,500 foot, so if we lower the nose just to about 1,400, that would be brilliant. As I said during the briefing, the exercise requires a decent cloud base for the purposes of slow flight and critical slow airspeed. I'm happy with the cloud base as it is at the moment, but if we were doing stalling on a day like today, I would be turning back towards the airfield now. Yeah, it doesn't give us much margin for any error at all. So if you're happy with that, what we'll do is we'll retrim the aeroplane, make sure you're happy and comfortable with it, and then we'll move on to looking at the hassle check. So what I want to do, Dan, is turn to the northeast now. So if we do just a nice gentle turn to the right for me, just avoid the cloud as well, just as we're kind of rising. You can see that cloud base is just dropping ever so slightly. Okay. So as we go into the turn, yeah, look out. I'm happy my side and clear my side at the moment. We're right on the edge of the cloud base here. We've just got to be a bit careful. Just out of interest then, what's your assessment of the cloud then, just at the moment? Are you still comfortable with flying?
Yeah.
At this height? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's fine. Fantastic. So what I want you to do, just continue turning to the right for me.
Yep.
What we're going to do is just make our way up kind of more towards Tewkesbury way.
Okay.
And let's descend to 1,200 foot for me.
Yep.
So wherever slowing down. There we are. Okay, so if we straighten out now, actually, our current height at 1,300 foot's fine. So if we level off here, and that's fine. It was just we were getting into the wispy stuff just at the bottom of the base of the cloud there. So if I just got control now, so I take control. So because we're near, because we are near to the ground, or nearer to the ground than we normally would be in this kind of exercise, and the fact that we are also doing a critical stage of flight, we're going to leave the fuel pump on. Also for visibility purposes, I'm actually going to stick the landing light on as well. It's not usually something we do, but because the visibility is not particularly great, any visibility is good visibility from a aircraft to aircraft point of view. So I'm going to leave the landing light on. So what we're now going to do is look at the critical slow flight stage of the aircraft now. So 1,300 foot, we've gone through the hassle check. We're just going to now slow the aeroplane down to 45 knots, maintaining our current height and maintaining our current heading. So what we do, we discussed in the briefing, is a coordination of you reducing that power, just easing that stick back. As you can see now, I'm just reducing that power and easing that stick back every single time. Looking out, making sure everything's okay. Ease that stick back. 60 knots. 1,300 foot maintaining. The vertical speed indicator's bobbing around 0 to 100 foot climb. Just going to keep an eye on that. We want about 3,800 RPM at the moment, just until we stabilise the aircraft out, maintain that. We're going to reduce the power. It's usually about 3,500, 3,600 RPM to maintain level 45 knots clean in this particular aircraft, and we want to apply right rudder just to keep the aircraft in balance, and more back pressure just to maintain the aircraft at 45 knots. You can see we've got 45 knots there, and we're 1,300 foot. I'm just going to slightly increase that power now, 3,790, 3,800 RPM, and we're level there. You can see that 45 knots or 46 knots. Okay, so the other thing is, you notice certainly we've got nose high altitude now. At the moment it just looks like we've got cloud ahead of us. We do have the horizon here, very limited horizon, but you do find that it's, well, again, looking straight up ahead of you, it looks like we're in the cloud. We're actually not, but that's that situation. We've got control effectiveness is absolutely piss poor in this aeroplane. Sorry, excuse my language, because that's obviously on the camera. Is not particularly great. You can see that I'm moving the stick and not much is happening, so the control effectiveness is reduced. The wind noise has reduced as well. You can feel that wind noise as well, reducing through if we open up the canopy there. Sorry, open up the vent. And also you'll notice that the pitch force is quite heavy as well. Now the reason behind that is we still left the aeroplane trimmed at 70 knots, and the reason we don't trim the aeroplane in this particular phase of flight is, one, that the aircraft is giving us a warning through that heavy pitch force, and also the fact that we don't normally trim in a transitional phase of the flight as well. So this is what we describe as transitional phase, because we're not going to be here for a very long time. We just want to show you and demonstrate to you the particulars of the aircraft. You can also see that, I have to say, from a visibility point of view, it's not particularly great either, really, is it, Dan? Looking ahead of us, you can't see much at all. Looking out on either side of the cockpit, the nose is quite high as well. So what we're going to do now is just release the back pressure to come back to 70 knots and increase that power nice and gently each and every time. And I'm just going to drop that nose, there we are. Increase that power, 4,400 RPM, and relax, there we are. And that's that sorted. So we've got the Malvern's just off to our left here. We've got Tewkesbury just off to the right, way over off there. We've got Breed in there, that's good. So I'm happy with that sorted. Yeah, we got what looks like the Three County Showground just over there as well. Now, because of the poor visibility and the poor cloud base, keeping an eye on our position is really vital, because you can, in these conditions, get lost very easily. I have to say, I've been there, I've seen it, I've done it, I've got the t-shirt, Dan, and it's not a particularly brilliant experience, really. You kind of get into a cold sweat, and you don't really know what to do. You just got to, in that situation, just relax, go to the last known position you knew, and then work it from there, usually. So if you've got control, thank you very much. What I'm going to do is going to get you to turn towards, so we're near the Malverns here, we're near coming to higher ground again. So what I'm going to do is get you to turn to the right, and on an easterly heading just to the north of Upton upon Severn, which is this village just down here. So when you're ready, I'll clear my side. We've got no traffic, that's good, and we can turn round, that's great.
Sierra just turned on the inside of us, it's very stupid. Golf Oscar. Yeah, Golf Sierra just turned on the inside of us because I think he's very stupid. Yes, Golf Oscar, A firm, copy. Stupid is a pilot who goes out too far. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Kilo final touch.
Golf, like a kilo, runway 09, clear touch and go, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear touch and go.
Somebody's having an argument on the radio, Dan.
Oh, really?
Somebody called somebody stupid, so obviously everybody's having a good day.
Service report for rejoin.
Okay, so when you're ready, Dan, what I'd like you to do now is maintain 1,400 foot for me, and I'd like you to go into that critical stage of the flight for me, please, when you're ready.
I'll try.
Okay. So, yeah, just take your time, there's no rush, it's just a case of reducing that power, and as you reduce the power, just gently apply. That's probably a little bit too early, actually. Yeah, you just want to just do a bit of both together.
Report final number 1. Report final number 1. Dr. Oscar.
But Dan, lovely. Bit more back pressure now, because you're about the right RPM. So you now just want to apply a bit of back pressure, a bit more back pressure.
Controls getting
Absolutely, that's it. That's a start when you know that things are, so if you're kind of merrily happy chatting to your mate and you're looking down at the houses and you're slowing the aircraft down and you kind of go, oh, this doesn't feel quite
your
right.
arms start aching.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of go, this isn't really a stage of flight I want to be in unless you're aware of it.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not a particularly brilliant situation to be in for a very long period of time.
Gloucester, hello again, it's Cruise Jet 3 narrowly to you. We're descending altitude 3,000 feet on the QNH 1015, and we've got 3 minutes to run 12 knots.
Cruise Jet 3, Gloucester approach. Good afternoon,
Okay, Dan, a little bit more back pressure for me. So your height is bang on.
Just try not to...
Come on, that's all right, that's good. It's all a part of learning and aiding the learning. So a little bit more back pressure now for me. And there, hold it there. That's brilliant. Make sure that we're in balance as well, so a tiny bit of right rudder for me just to keep it in balance.
Yeah.
Really nice work, Dan. So what I want you to do is just hold it there for a bit.
Yep.
Just kind of a little bit manoeuvre the controls, just see, there we are. So you can see they're very slow. So you've got high nose attitude, low wind noise, low wind feel as well.
Get the engine more.
You can hear the engine more, absolutely. You can see that dull tone of the 3,800 RPM engine just whirring along. Bit more back pressure now, Dan, just to maintain 45 knots. That's good. There we are, lovely, fantastic. Just hold that back pressure in, hold it in there. Good, lovely. And you can really feel the aeroplane. It doesn't mind being in this position, it's still flying, it's very capable of flying in this position. However, you find that, again, on a day like today also, when you're low to the ground, flying at this kind of speed isn't ideal. Okay, good. So I'm happy that you can competently do that now. So if we bring the aircraft back to level for me, please, that'd be spot on. A nice, gentle, so what you'll find is you'll lose a little bit of height there, just because you've pushed the stick forward and then put the power on. It's a nice steady pressure, increasing that throttle and reducing that back pressure together to maintain the height.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do now, Dan, is go for another hassle check for me when you're set up at 70 knots and you're happy.
Yep.
All right?
Yes, 17 knots, so height 1,400.
Perfect.
The area? No, airspeed?
So, what are we flying? Airframe. Perfect. Lovely, that's good.
So trim.
Yeah.
That's set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, that's good.
And speed, is it?
That's good, so you want to reduce that power just a little bit, 4,400 RPM. Okay, so we got height, airframe, security.
Security, so everything's...
everything's all good. Your phone's secure, everything's good, that's fine. And what I want you to do now is engine T's and P's. So, oil pressure, oil temperature, water temperature, and then fuel we've got sufficient. So that's good, I'm happy with that. Lovely.
After that, it's... After that...
Okay, L. First L. What's important when you're buying a house?
Location.
Good stuff. So what about the location?
So the up areas over there.
Yeah, built up area. So we've got Overbury, we're just flying over at the moment, Tewkesbury and Ashchurch.
Yep.
So we're moving towards an area where it's actually nice and clear. So we'll give it a couple of minutes before we go through the next particular exercise. And then we want to do a lookout turn. So you want to do
90 and 90.
Yeah, so you know what I'd probably do is looking at the position of where we are at the moment. If we do a 90 to the right and then a 90 back to the left, that would be great.
We looked out, that's fine.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with my side if you're happy with yours.
Yep.
Very good. Fantastic.
All clear.
Lovely.
At 90 again.
Yeah.
Golf Mike Tango behind the landing Cessna, line up and wait, runway 09 behind.
Behind the landing, Cessna, line up.
Fantastic. Throwing it out, that's good.
Runway 18, hold short.
Lovely. So what I want you to do now, Dan, is go back into that critical slow flight for me.
Yep.
Maintaining level 45 knots at 1,500 foot. And when you're happy, let me know that you're in that position and then we can go from there, because I want to look at some turning flight now.
Lower speed.
Yeah.
Start to slowly pitch up.
Yeah.
Golf Echo Kilo, vacate next right, cross runway 04, taxi to Sky Park.
Vacate next right, cross runway 04, taxi Sky Park, Golf Echo Kilo.
Checker 1, follow the Cessna vacating ahead onto 18 and cross runway 09.
Checker 1, crossing 09 and following the Cessna. Checker 1.
Species 3 to the intermediate fix.
Species 3, report the final approach fix.
Okay, Species 3.
There we are.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Okay, so when you're ready now, what I want you to do is turn to the right. Now, before we turn to the right, however, what do you reckon is important about turning flight at slow airspeed?
Flight Tango, runway 09, cleared for takeoff.
Can you remember what happens to the stall speed
Clear takeoff, Golf Mike.
in a turn?
Oh, it speeds up.
Yeah, it increases absolutely. So you'll find that the stall speed in a turn will increase by kind of 1 to 2 knots, I would have thought. So you just got to watch for that. And also in terms of the flight itself, in terms of the manoeuvre itself, you've got to make sure that the aircraft is in balance and coordinated. Because if it's not, you find that you can induce a wing drop or a stall by flying out of balance as well. So just make sure you keep in balance when you're ready. Move to the right for me, 90 degrees for me, please. So yeah, so there we are. So that's key example. So a bit more right rudder now. Yeah, right rudder. Not too much because you overbank really slow. So what you want to do is try and keep it at nice shallow angles of bank. That's it, absolutely, yeah. So it's naturally wanting to build up speed.
Okay.
But if we straighten out now, so what you want to do is take it as gently as possible down. If I just got control, so I've got control. So you're 45 knots, looking to the left, looking to the right. What you want to do is literally go, okay, left rudder, left stick, 15 degrees of bank, that's it. You don't want any more than 15 because you find that the stall speed increases dramatically as you increase the bank angle of the aeroplane. So 45 knots there, and we're level, that's great, brilliant. And holding it there, that's the most you want to do. Then straighten the aircraft out, go right rudder, right stick, keeping the aircraft in balance as best you can, and then we look to the right and we'll go to the right. So we go right rudder and right stick, and it's more important to the right because you need more rudder because you don't have the slipstream this time around. To the left you do, to the right you don't. So
Lima request basic service.
there we are. Nice work.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, UQNH 1014.
1014, Golf Oscar Whiskey. Okay, so you're holding it there, you can see nice bank angle. That's actually probably a bit too much in the bank angle actually. So you can see it's just nice gentle bank angle. There we are, okay, Dan, you come level, thank you very much. That's good.
1014, Golf Mike Tango.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is, if you could for me, just now go into a turn to the left through 90 degrees at gentle bank angle.
At what speed, sorry?
At 45 knots.
Okay, well.
So ease that stick back a bit more. There we are, good stuff. And then turn now, that's lovely.
Forest rotation final, Golf Active Whiskey. Aero 01, switching to Coventry, 123, decimal 980.
Aero 01 to Coventry, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Golf Tango Lima, report your level and next turning point. Currently altitude 2,350 feet. Next turning point will be Worcester. Golf Tango Lima, roger, report Worcester. Wilco, Golf Tango Lima.
I've done straighten it out now, that's good, that's about 90 degrees. And just make sure, rudder.
Rudder,
yeah, keep on that rudder. So think about it, so as you roll in, it's coordinated rudder and stick.
Yeah, okay.
Rudder and stick, rudder and stick, rudder and stick, rudder and stick, all the time. Okay, and then round to the right now for me. We are actually moving over Ash Church, so we just keep straight for me for the moment. And then when we pass Ash Church, we'll then go to the right.
Checker 1.
And Golf Sierra Hotel, then behind the passing citation, cross runway 09, behind to X-ray.
Behind the citation, cross 09, behind Golf Sierra Hotel.
Jet 3, vacate right, taxi to Little Jet.
Vacate right, taxi to Little Jet, Jet 3.
First station, calling, pass your message.
Okay, Dan. And now what I want you to do is turn to the right 90 degrees so you're parallel with the road here.
Okay. Look out.
Nice, gentle, yeah, I'll clear my side. Nice, gentle turn.
Yep.
Golf Zulu Oscar number 2, follow the Cherokee on final.
Number 2 following Cherokee, Golf Zulu Oscar.
Golf Sierra Sierra, traffic outbound from the field is Cessna northbound.
Copy, looking Golf Sierra Sierra.
Golf Mike Tango, traffic inbound from the north and SR20.
Good stuff.
Roger that, Golf Mike Tango. Golf Sierra Sierra, just coming 5 miles.
My arm's going to ache tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Dan, and then come back to level for me, please.
Go, wind 152 degrees, 4 knots.
Okay, that's okay, Golf Active Whiskey.
Golf Sierra Sierra, descend circuit, height E number 3, number 2 is a Cessna, late downwind, shortly to turn base.
Descent circuit, number 3 in the sequence, Golf Sierra Sierra, looking.
And back up to 70 knots as well.
Jet 3, requesting fuel, please.
Jet 3, welcome.
Okay, Dan. Being blunt, looking at the cloud base, there's not much else I'd really want to do at the moment. So let's return back towards the airfield now for me. So if you, we'll turn south, that's good. If you think that's the way to the airfield. So if Tewkesbury's north of the airfield.
That's Tewkesbury now.
Yeah, we're just over Tewkesbury now, so...
But it is that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Bang on. I'm just trying to trick you.
Yeah.
So, no, you were absolutely right. That's good. No, you made that good decision. Well done.
Via the intersection, traffic coming up to X-ray.
What do you reckon you should tell them on the rejoin then?
They were requesting rejoin.
Yeah, request rejoin.
Say how many miles we're out?
Yeah, so how many miles we're out, or where we are. So I normally say at this point we're over Tewkesbury. We are at 1,500 foot, 1015. Request rejoin and see what they say.
To the north.
Like 10 and a half kind of
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Go for it.
Clear for takeoff, wind 132 degrees, 4 knots.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm saying over Tewkesbury.
Yeah, so
1,500.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, Tewkesbury, 1,500 foot. Request rejoin.
Well, they say,
and they'll come back to you and say the QFE, what distance you should call out, and what a join you want. Now, because we're at 1,500, we're unable to maintain 2,000, so they'll probably give us a direct join on 09, which means we need to be over there. So if we turn to the right just slightly for me, that'd be great. Just to keep ourselves probably more to angling towards Gloucester.
Yep.
And there we are. So when you're ready, give them a call and see what they say.
Over Tewkesbury, 1,500.
Yeah.
Requesting rejoin.
Yeah, bang on, let's do it.
Fuel 1.
When there's space.
Fuel 1, sir.
Fuel 1, hold Alpha 2, like to go to the Little Jet Company. Fuel 1.
Fuel 1, proceed to Little Jet via taxiway Alpha. You need to use Alpha and Hotel.
Checker 1, roger that. Proceeding to Little Jet via taxiway Alpha.
Golf Sierra, number 1.
Number 1, Golf Sierra, Sierra.
Good. Golf Oscar Whiskey, 1,500. Requesting rejoin over Tewkesbury.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, left base join for runway 09, not below height 1,500 feet unless you need to maintain VFR. QFE 1012, report 5 miles from the field.
Not below 1,500 foot unless unable to maintain VFR. And that's left base join for runway 09. Could you just repeat the QFE, please? Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, QFE 1012.
1012, thank you. And they'll report 5 miles. Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Okay,
so 1012, so that's there. So, yeah, if we maintain this height down here, that's good.
Sierra, basic service.
So basically, he just said we need to maintain 1,500 foot.
Okay.
Just because there'll be circuit traffic that he wants to keep us separated from. That 500 foot gives him a little bit of margin for that. And he said if we're unable to maintain VMC, we can then descend below. But we've got to let him know that.
Left direct join.
Yeah, left direct join, absolutely. So the airfield's just there, so we're going to join on left base of runway 09. So we're basically just going to come in on a base leg and turn in onto final. So we've got, yeah, we're about 5 miles now. I'll just give them a call.
22.
Yeah, so that's 18 there.
Oh yeah.
So we've got 18, and then the next one along will be 09. So I'm just going to give them a quick call. Golf Oscar Whiskey is 5 miles.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, just keep wide and continue towards left base. Just maintain height. It should be a number 2. Number 1 is a Cherokee established on base. Cessna traffic shortly to turn downwind.
Looking for traffic. Yeah, but are we able to accept us at 1400? We're unable to maintain VMC at 1500.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, FM.
After that, and maintain a wide base for runway 09. Okay, so that's good. So maintain a wide base from runway 09. So Dan, what you're doing there is perfect. So can you see that smokestack just by the hospital in the middle of Gloucester? If we head towards that now for me, that's pretty good. That's good.
172, but report ready for base.
Report ready for base, Golf Zulu Oscar.
Golf Sierra, taxi parking, speak to you shortly.
Lovely.
Request taxi fuel pump, please, Golf Sierra.
And we'll straighten it out
Sierra, position on the pump.
Golf Sierra, Sierra.
Now, if you could spot the bloke downwind, that would be lovely, because then that means we can reduce our height.
Final touch and go.
Golf X-ray Whiskey, runway 09, clear touch and go, wind 130 degrees 4 knots.
Clear touch and go, Golf X-ray Whiskey.
Golf Oscar Whiskey is now positioning for wide left base, runway 09, maintaining 1,400 foot.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, thanks.
Yeah, of course, go for it. What I will do is I'm just going to descend just below the cloud here.
Mike at SC2, request taxi to the pump.
Golf Zulu Oscar, able to take an early base. The Ikarus is about 2 miles north-west of the field.
Turning base now, Golf Zulu Oscar.
Golf Zulu Oscar. Golf Oscar Whiskey, thanks for your help. Continue on your track then. Number 2, number 1 is inside you for a touch and go, Cessna 172.
We're looking for traffic and happy we descend to 1,000 foot.
I see you now, in fact, you may descend. Report final number 2.
Report final number 2 and height restriction cancelled, Golf Oscar Whiskey. Lovely, fantastic.
Traffic calling for taxi.
Lovely, Dan. So we can descend to 1,000 foot now. I've got visual on that Cessna traffic. He's just over there. You see him, he's just on our eye line. Probably about your 10 o'clock at the moment.
Whiskey, Mike, taxi to the pump.
Taxi to the pump.
Got a couple of lights on.
I have no visual.
No, that's right. That's right. So if we turn just now towards Imogen Barracks for me, that'll be good. So we can kind of tighten up our base leg slightly, and we can just maintain 60 knots as well. Lovely, nice work, Dan, well done.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, can you see number 1 just turning just by the road?
Hey, firm, we got this on number 1, Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Oscar Whiskey, I think it's number 2 is for a touch and go.
We're number 2, and that traffic ahead is for touch and go, Golf Oscar Whiskey. Okay, so if we increase that power back up, yeah, brilliant, lovely. So we can just make this a nice normal approach. So again, you've got control of the aircraft. I'll just sit there and talk you through it. So everything's okay, T's and P's are good, you're happy and secure?
Happy, yeah.
Fantastic, brakes are unlocked, note the gauges, temperatures and pressures are within their limits, and we're on QFE, and we are 1 knot, well, we're actually 800 foot at the moment, which is okay. We're just nicely descending, that's good. So if we then put in a stage of flap now for well, and then re-trim the aircraft. So if you let go of the stick now, there we are, so the nose wants to pitch down slightly.
Vacate right, runway 18, cross runway 04, report ready for taxi.
Right, 18 and report ready for taxi, Golf Oscar.
Okay. If you let go of the stick for me. So the nose drops, so it's wanting to fly at 60. So if you want to maintain your height, you just increase that power slightly, but yeah, so, but let go of the stick, or sorry, relax the pressure on the stick. That's good.
Sky Park with Lima and 1012, request radio check and taxi.
Golf Mike Oscar X-ray, Gloucester Tower, Liberty 5, taxi landing point Charlie 1, cross runway 36, cross runway 04.
U5 also in taxi Charlie 1, cross 36 and 04, Golf Mike Oscar X-ray.
Golf Zulu Oscar, give way to a Cessna taxiing away if required.
We'll go in the Alpha taxiway.
Golf Zulu Oscar. Oscar Whiskey, runway 09, clear to land, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear to land, 09, Golf Oscar Whiskey. Okay, Dan, so slight bit of a challenging comparison to a couple of the last landings we've had. Bit of a crosswind. So what we need to do is we need to do one of two things. Looks like you're going for the wing down technique, which is spot on. So what we now need to do is go for right stick and then left rudder. There we are. And just hold that pressure in. That's good. A little bit more power now. Just relax the back pressure. Let that nose drop, that's good. So you want 60 knots on the approach, and you want to kind of keep that position. That looks perfect. Just hold the position there. That's nice. Really good. What we now need to do is, I'm following you through, but I'm just following you through. Reduce that power to idle now, and then keep that pressure in, and then apply some back pressure. Bit more, Dan, bit more. Not bad. Not bad. That was actually bloody good. Relax the brake pressure. We can just let the aircraft roll. They'll probably get us to go on the second left, I would have thought.
Runway 36.
Well done, that was actually lovely.
Taxi 1, cross 3604, Aeros 55.
Golf Oscar Whiskey, you can vacate via 22, taxi parking.
Vacate via 22, taxi parking, Golf Oscar Whiskey. Lovely.
Golf Zulu Oscar.
Yeah, Dan, that landing was actually very nice. Nice input, and it's just a case of applying the input and then holding it. And that's it. And it's holding the right stick and then the left rudder to keep the aircraft straight down the runway. And lots of people really struggle with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just on the basis that it's like their kind of hand-eye coordination quite isn't there, or it's and then we'll turn left here. That's good.
Yeah, Golf Tango Lima departed Worcester and expecting Marlborough at 12:55 local.
Golf Tango Lima, roger.
Golf Whiskey, final touch and go.
Golf X-ray Whiskey, runway 09, clear touch and go, wind 130 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear touch and go, Golf X-ray Whiskey.
Gloucester Golf Bravo Foxtrot Echo Kilo, request taxi pumps to Sky Park.
Golf Bravo Foxtrot Echo Kilo, Gloucester, just give way to traffic passing starboard and then follow that traffic back.
40 minutes later, we're down on the ground. Due to the clouds, we haven't finished this unit yet, so next lesson we'll probably be doing 10A. and maybe a bit of 10B, which is stalling. Also, air traffic control was like a massive hurdle for me, and today I did it for the first time, and I did okay. I'm getting much more confident with it. Near to the end of the video, when we're coming to land at Gloucester for 09, I'm pretty sure I heard the voice of my flying adventures, who's also another pilot in training at Gloucester, and I'm sure I heard them over the ATC. Go and check him out. I'll put a link in the description to go over to his channel if you want. Also, whilst we're talking about other YouTubers, a massive well done for Beck and Sim for passing his GST. My next lesson is next week, so that means more content is on the way. How exciting. And thank you so much for the support over the last 3 videos that I have put on my YouTube channel. It's been pretty amazing with the amount of views, likes and comments that you guys are doing, and I always love to read the comments, so if you want to put a comment down below, please feel free. And also, with the amount of subscriptions I've had recently, it's gone mental. Thank you so much, and we're nearly at 300. Can we hit that soon? I'm still looking forward to my circuit training. It's going to be amazing. If you want to see that in the future, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because that will notify you when I upload a video next. But meanwhile, whilst I'm not uploading, if you want to hit my social media up and give it a bit of a follow, I got Twitter, Instagram, also Twitch. However, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a bit of a like rating and comment down below about your thoughts and opinions. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys.